Imagine living in a neighborhood where our nearest grocery store is miles away, and you don't own no fresh produce, no healthy meal options, just food in the corner stores. What's not just in the quantities? This is a daily reality in millions of Americans living environment, no food deserts. These communities often inherit in the nation's cities deprived of the most basic human needs. Access to healthy food. According to a 2021 report by NHC Foundation, over 90 million people across the United States live in a food desert. People in these communities face high risk of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, largely related to the cheap, unhealthy food options. Today, I want to talk to you about the problem of food deserts in urban areas, explain what the causes them, and offer a real, actionable solution. Together, we can turn empty shelves into thriving communities. First, let's understand what a food desert actually is. Hetty Kopp in her 2024 Healthy article titled, What are food deserts? Defines that a food desert is an area that lacks access to affordable nutrition food. This means that these neighborhoods own plenty of fast food chains in the convenience store, but few or no place selling fresh produce and whole grains. While rural communities in this issue, food deserts are especially concentrated in low-income urban neighborhoods. The impact in the devastating. Without access to nutrition, food residents in the forested area processed foods, leading to long-term health consequences, such as obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Economically, this is area suffering well, since the absence of the grocery stores of the means favor just in a less local investment. So, how did we end up with this situation? One major cause is something called supermarket redlining. According to Steffi Morale from the Urban Institute in a 2011 article titled Healthy Food Access in Food Deserts, grocery stores often avoid settings in the low-income urban areas because they perceived then unaffordable. This results in whole neighborhoods being left out of the food supply chain. Another major barrier in the transportation. Many residents at urban food deserts don't own cars, and public transportation doesn't always connect them with supermarkets. This makes even simpler grocery shopping burdensome, showing a challenge. There are also policy livelihoods. In her 2022 article in the Vermont Journal Environment Law, Colin McGrath explained how weak zoning laws and the lack of urban planning contribute in the perfectly on food deserts. Poor policy decision enabled the placement in a liquor store and fast food chains while ignoring the lead in the grocery infrastructure. Finally, the mass comforting issue, the system racine. Majority black and the mandatory communities are disproportionately affected with food deserts. As journalist Andrea Walker reported in a 2025 Guardian article, a small Mississippi town revitalized it and saw the opening a fresh grocery store. It took local advocacy and persistence and reverse decided and the investment on the system. But challenge and possible in fact and already happening. One grassroots and solution in community gardening, Eric Brown in Grievous are renting better homes and gardens in 2024. Shires and the neighborhoods can claim empty lots and turn into the sources in fresh produce and local pride. We can also create change adopted policy. McGrath proposes offering incentives and government support in encouraging grocery stores in open underserved areas. We should support mobile markets and bring fresh food to neighborhoods on wells in highlight in the Zashmara. Urban farming is another exciting development. Rooftop gardens in vertical farms can produce food within city limits, making fresh produce more available without requiring massive infrastructure. Finally, we must advocate in changing the local and national level and means pushing and better zoning news laws and transportation policies and investment in food injustice in the violence. Access to healthy food should be a right, not a privilege. To conclude, food deserts are about more than just food. They are about justice, health, and human dignity. We must act around the community gardening, grocery store incentives, mobile markets, and public policy reform. Because when ensure access to fresh, healthy food, we are not the bodies but entire communities. So the next time you stroll into your local grocery store, imagine what life would be like and where and there. Then ask yourself, what can I do to make everyone who has the time same access?